Good evening. Standard 9 Geometry Theorems Part 3. Today, theorems on parallelogram. There are some theorems related to parallelogram. Theorem 1 is this. Test of a parallelogram. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal, and another diagonals bisect each other. Theorem 1. If the or first of all, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. That is to be true. Theorem 1, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. If it is a parallelogram, the diagonals bisect. If the diagonals bisect, it is a parallelogram. Just theorem and converse. Theorem 1 and theorem 1 converse. The diagonals of a parallelogram means parallelogram given, diagonals given, bisect each other to prove. Bisect is to prove, diagonals given. What is given? Parallelogram given, diagonals given, and bisect each other is to prove. So what is the figure? First draw parallelogram A, B, C, D. The diagonals are also there. Two diagonals AC and BD are diagonals. What is given? The given is A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram given. AC and BD are diagonals which meet at O. The two diagonals AC and BD meet at O. What is to prove? To prove AC and BD bisect each other. It means, what is the meaning? AC and BD bisect each other. What is the meaning? AO equal CO and BO equal DO. AO equal CO and BO equal DO. If ABCD is a parallelogram, what are the conditions? The opposite sides are equal and opposite sides are parallel. That is to be taken into consideration. अर्थात यो ABCD parallelogram हो भने ADBC parallel and equal हुन्छ. To prove, no construction, no plan, prove fact and reason. What fact? First of all, AOD and BOC are congruent. In triangle AOD and triangle BOC. What fact? Either AO and CO cannot be taken. Only AO or CO proof देखो ना पाइदैन. Take AD and BC equal. This angle equal this angle, alternate angle. This angle equal this angle, alternate angle. Either angle side angle, or you can say side angle also. Angle AOD equal BOC, vertically angles, opposite angles. Either you can write angle side angle fact or side angle fact. 2. Angle side angle side angle side angle. ASA or SAA. See, side angle side angle. Any fact can be taken. I do the first one. A angle. Which angle? In triangle AOD and BOC, D equal B. That means angle ADO equal angle ADO equal CBO. Angle CBO alternate angles. Alternate angles. Angle AD equal BC. AD equal BC. Why? Opposite sides. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. Another angle A equal angle C. DAO. Angle DAO equal angle DAO. This angle equal BCO. Angle BCO alternate angles. Number 2. Now they are congruent. Triangle ADO is congruent to triangle BCO. Fact ASA. Angle side angle fact. When two triangles are congruent, what can you write? AO equal CO and DO equal BO. DO equal BO. How to write? See here. AO equal CO, DO equal BO. Just angle ADO equal angle CO means AO equal CO, opposite corresponding angles, and angle side DO equal BO. B square. So D angle DAO equal angle BCO means side DO equal BO. Reason being corresponding what? Sides of the congruent triangles. Being corresponding sides of the congruent triangle. Again reason. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Means ABCD is a parallelogram. To prove diagonals AC and BD bisect each other. No construction, no plan. Apply angle side angle fact. In triangle ADO and BCO, first of all write angle ADO, this equal this means ADO equal CBO, alternate angles. AD equal BC given opposite side. A equal C means angle DAO equal angle BCO, alternate angle. Z formation. From ASA pair, triangle ADO and triangle BCO are congruent and AO equal CO, DO equal BO. Corresponding sides of the congruent triangle. Triangles are congruent and the sides are equal. Theorem 1. If it is a parallelogram, diagonals bisect each other. But we don't know whether it is parallelogram or not, but diagonals bisect each other. If it is a parallelogram, diagonals bisect. If diagonals bisect, it is a parallelogram. Just converse of theorem 1. See, converse of theorem 1. What is the statement? Just converse of theorem 1 statement. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, it is a parallelogram. That means you can do by two ways. Either you can write theorem 1, theorem 2, or write converse of theorem 1. What is the statement of theorem 1? Theorem 1, the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. Parallelogram given, diagonals bisect each other to prove. But here if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, means there is a quadrilateral diagonals bisect them, it is a parallelogram. Given is to prove is given. theorem 1 मा given चाहिँ यसमा to prove हुन्छ. theorem 1 को to prove चाहिँ यसमा given हुन्छ. Here what is given and what is this is given. Bisect each other is given. Parallelogram, you have to prove it is a parallelogram. What is given? First, let me draw. A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. The diagonals of a quadrilateral, not parallelogram, quadrilateral. A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral, and diagonals AC and BD bisect each other at point O. AO equals CO given, DO equals BO. This is also given. What is given? How to find out? If the diagonals of a quadrilateral is given, A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral, that is given. Diagonals AC and BD bisect each other at O. This is also given. What do you mean by AC and BD bisect? That means that is AO equals CO and DO equal U. That is also given. What is to prove? In theorem 1, given is to prove here, but to prove is given in theorem 1. But it is the converse. So just read the statement. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, quadrilateral given, diagonals bisect each other given, to prove is A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. In this case, construction not necessary. Only you have to prove triangle ADO and BCO are congruent. To prove facts and results. In triangle ADO and BCO, in triangle ADO and triangle BCO, what can you write? Diagonals bisect each other. AO equals CO given, DO equals BO given. This angle is equal to this angle, vertically opposite angles. First of all, write what fact? Side angle, side fact. Here, it is not necessary to write, but remember side angle, side angle, side fact. And you can prove it. First, write AO equal CO. It is given. Another angle AOD equal angle BOC. AOD and BOC are vertically opposite angles. Full form, you have to not necessary to write it, vertically opposite angles. Another, again, DO equal BO. DO equal BO. It is also given. How given? Diagonals bisect each other. That is given. AO equals CO, DO equal BO, given. From side angle side, triangles ADO is congruent to triangle BCO, fact side angle side fact or axiom. From SAS, AO equals CO, angle AOD equal angle BOC, and DO equal BO. Side angle side fact, two triangles are congruent. If two triangles are congruent, what can you prove? Just think, what can you prove? Can you prove AD equal BC? Yes, of course, you can prove AD equal BC. But before, I just rub it because I need some space fact number 2. Fact number 3. Prove, first of all, diagram A, B, C, D. This equals this. This equals this. Proof. Fact and reason. Fact number 3. If two triangles are congruent, can you write AD equal BC? Yes, AD equal BC can be written. Being corresponding sides of the congruent triangles. Triangles are congruent, so corresponding sides are equal. Why? See, angle AOD equal angle BOC. Just remember, angle AOD equal BOC. Opposite sides of AOD AD. Opposite side of angle BOC is BC. अर्थात जुन angle equal छ त्यसको opposite side. AOD opposite AD. BOC opposite BC. So they are corresponding sides. When AD and BC are equal, but this angle can also be, this is equal to this. How to prove? This angle equal this angle. How to prove? Angle ADO. Angle ADO equal angle OBC. Being corresponding angles of the congruent triangles. When triangles are congruent, this triangle ADO and BOC are congruent. This angle equal to this angle OBC. How? This angle AO equals CO. AO opposite ADO, CO opposite OBC. Which angles are equal? Which sides are equal? AO equals CO. AO opposite ADO, CO opposite OBC. जुन side equal छ त्यसको opposite angles equal हुन्छ. Being corresponding angles. If this angle equals this angle, AD equal BC already given, it shows that when these two are equal, then AD is also parallel to BC. When from fact 4, being alternate angles equal. Actually, these two angles are corresponding according to the congruency theorem, but actually according to the structure, AD and BC are parallel also, because these two alternate angles are equal. So what can you prove? If AD and BC are equal and parallel, then AB equal CD and AB is parallel to CD. From where? From facts what? 3 and 5. Fact 3 says AD equal BC. Fact 3, AD equal BC. Fact 5, AD is parallel to BC. That means facts 3 and 5, AD and BC are equal and parallel. So AB and CD are also equal and parallel. There is another theorem related to this. AD is equal to BC, AD is parallel to BC. So AB and CD are equal and opposite. The lines joining the end points of two equal and parallel sides are also equal and parallel. In Nepali, दुईटा साइडहरु इक्वल पनि छन्, प्यारलल पनि छन् भने त्यसको इन्ड पोइन्टहरु यसरी जोड्ने पोइन्टहरु सेम साइडमा जोड्ने पोइन्टहरु के हुन्छ? इक्वल एन्ड प्यारलल हुन्छन्. In this way, from fact number 7, when the opposite sides are equal and parallel, ABCD is a parallelogram. How? Being opposite sides equal and parallel. If opposite sides are equal and parallel, ABCD is a parallelogram. In the same way, tomorrow I will just write down the opposite sides are equal and opposite angles are also equal. Okay, this much for today.